Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you some vegan make-ahead snacks for school or work lunchboxes, or even for snacks after school or work. A big thank you to Thrive Market for kindly sponsoring today's video and for giving me the chance to offer something to my US viewers once again, so this one is for you guys. If you haven't heard of it before, Thrive Market is an online marketplace which aims to make healthy living affordable and easy for everyone. On Thrive Market, you can shop for thousands of the best-selling natural and organic products at 25 to 50% below traditional retail prices. If you have a dietary preference, whether that's if you're vegan, 100% raw or gluten-free for example, you can shop more than 80 qualities including fair trade certified, non-GMO, snacks, eco-friendly cleaning products and so much more. So my first recipe is for these mini Mediterranean quiches. For these, first make a pesto by adding 1 cup of fresh basil, 3 cloves of peeled garlic, the juice of half a lemon, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I used the Bragg nutritional yeast from Thrive Market here, 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, and again these organic raw pine nuts were from Thrive Market, and a good pinch of salt in a food processor, and then blend that together until it's nice and smooth and a pesto forms. Next, finally chop 1 red onion and add that to a pan with a splash of oil on a medium heat. Whilst the onion is frying off, chop a red pepper and add that to the pan too and fry it off with the onion. Next, add in half a cup of chopped sun-dried tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of dried herbs, and then season with salt and black pepper. Give that a good stir together and then continue to cook it off for around 8 to 10 minutes. Over in a mixing bowl, add 2.5 cups of chickpea flour. You might also find that it is called garbanzo bean flour, like this one, which is also by Thrive Market. Then add in 3 cups of water. Season with salt and black pepper and then whisk everything together until it's completely smooth. At this point, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius and then divide the cooked vegetable mixture between a 12-cup muffin tin evenly. I give it a bit of a stir through each one to coat the cups in the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes to prevent any sticking. And then using a ladle, spoon in the chickpea batter mixture over the top of the veg in each cup. Finally, add around a teaspoon of the pesto onto the top of each quiche. You could mix this in with the chickpea batter when you whisk that up. I like doing it this way because of how it bakes on the top of the quiches. You can give each one a little stir and then place those in the oven to bake for around 22 to 25 minutes. I open the oven door halfway through just to release some steam and also to turn the tray round. Once they're done, remove them from the oven and place them on a wire rack. I just use my hob, anything where the air can get underneath, and leave them to cool down. Once cool, you can just pop them out and then store those in the fridge in an airtight container for up to 5 days. I used to make my vegan quiche with grated courgette, but chickpea flour has the perfect texture for quiche too, and it tastes just like how I remember quiche tasting. You could use any other vegetables you like for this to mix up the flavours. They're perfect little bite-sized snacks to go with your lunch, in between meals, or when you get home from school or work. The next recipe is for these pesto straw twists. For this, you're going to want to take a 500-gram block of vegan puff pastry. Most are vegan friendly, but make sure to check the ingredients. Flour down a work surface and then roll it out into a rectangular shape that's around 1 centimetre thick. Slice it down the middle and then, using the same recipe as before, spread the pesto evenly over 1/2. Fold the other half over the top and then slice it into 12 even strips. Pinch the end of each strip and then carefully twist it round 2 to 3 times. At this point, preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius and then move the pesto straw twists over to a lined baking shelf. Spread them out evenly so that they have room to expand. Brush with a little unsweetened almond milk for a golden crust, and then sprinkle with some dried herbs. This is the Bragg Organic Sprinkle Herbs and Spices Seasoning from Thrive Market. Place those in the oven to bake for around 20 minutes or until golden, and then remove and leave to cool. You can store these in an airtight container in a cool, dry place for 3 to 4 days, and to crisp them up, again, just simply place them in the oven for around 4 minutes. I used to love making cheese straws, and you could make these with grated vegan cheese, but I love making the pesto versions. They're so delicious, super quick, easy and simple to make, and they are the perfect lunchbox snack. The next recipe is for these salted caramel millionaires flapjacks. For this, first add half a cup of coconut oil to a food processor along with 1/3 cup of maple syrup. I use this Coombs Family Farms organic maple syrup on Thrive Market, and 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. This one is the Madova Naturally Sweet Organic Coconut Sugar, also from Thrive Market. Blend those all together to form a smooth mixture, and then add in 2.5 cups of rolled oats. These ones are Thrive Market's own rolled oats, and 1.5 cups of almond flour, and again this is Thrive Market's almond flour. And then blend that together again until it all comes together to form a biscuity base. Transfer that over to a loaf tin and then press it down evenly and firmly using a spatula or your fingers. Place that in the fridge whilst making the caramel, and for this add 1 cup of soaked dates into a food processor with 1/3 cup of plant-based milk, 1/3 cup of cashew nut butter. This is Thrive Market's own organic raw creamy cashew butter, and a pinch of salt. And then blend that up until smooth and a nice thick caramel has formed. Remove the base from the fridge and then add the caramel on top and spread it out evenly. Place it back in the fridge whilst making the chocolate layer, and for this I use 2 bars of Who's Vegan Salty Dark Chocolate from Thrive Market. Break the chocolate up into a glass bowl over a small pan of boiling water and stir it continuously until it's completely melted. Again, remove the base from the fridge and then pour in the melted chocolate, spread it out evenly and then place it back in the fridge until it's set. Once set, you can then turn it out on a board, chocolate side face down. I just slice it into small bite-sized squares, and you can store those in the fridge for up to a week. I love flapjacks, I love millionaire shortbread, so this is like a combination of them both, and the salted chocolate along with the caramel middle gives them that salted caramel flavour. A great treat for your lunchbox. As I say, I cut them into bite-sized squares as they're naturally very sweet, but you could also cut them into fingers. And the last recipe is for a roasted red pepper hummus. For this, first add 1 can of rinse drained chickpeas into a food processor, along with 2 jarred roasted red peppers, 3 tablespoons of tahini, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I use this California Olive Ranch extra virgin olive oil from Thrive Market, the juice of half a small lemon, 2 small garlic cloves, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin, and a good pinch of salt. Blend that up for a couple of minutes until it's completely smooth and has formed a hummus texture. This can be stored in an airtight container in the fridge for up to 4 days. If you're a hummus lover like me, you will love this. I love regular hummus as it is, but I also like to switch up different flavours, and this is definitely one of my favourites. It's great for a snack in a lunchbox with some crudités and some crisps like these quinoa chips, but also on crackers and as a spread in sandwiches too. And that's it. Don't forget to check out Thrive Market, as with my special code in the description box below, Thrive Market is giving you an extra 25% off your first purchase, plus a free 30-day trial. That's 25% off the already low price spices that Thrive Market offers. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, all of the recipes are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!